well, having the highest reach vertically, if that makes sense, if they want to take it that direction, is going to increase. Now you're looking at probably 12 feet, dude. So you figure from the ground, you've got to be able to shoot over a 12-foot height or slam over a 12-foot height span. And what's the fucking rim at in NBA? 11 and a half or something?
10 feet, bro.
11 feet.
No,
It's 10
it's not
feet,
10
dude.
feet, bro. 10
11.
feet is school ball, bro. Yeah, it's like 11. I know it's over 10 and a half. So it's probably more like 11 and a half, somewhere around there. Okay. So you got to understand this guy can literally
Bro, can we
put his
just slow
palm.
down with the wrong info? It's 10 feet, dude.
No, it's 11 feet.
NBA is
Oh
not
my
10
God,
feet, bro.
guys. Come
On
on, guys.
NBA,
This is
bro.
embarrassing.
All right, Jeremy. We're going to have to school you.
I'm doing it
Flying.
right now. Let me look it up.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
my hands full.
he's right,
Walking
dude.
two
This is
dogs, bro.
embarrassing.
He's right, dude. It's 10 feet. Unbelievable.
I can't
10
live
feet,
stream
and
with you
what-
guys. You're wrong so much. You get everything
What
wrong down to the
hemisphere?
simplest details.
What
Jeremy's
hemisphere?
right.
Yeah, maybe in like the southern hemisphere or something, bro. You type in NBA, bro, or you just type in fucking.
You need
NBA
help, dude.
basketball hoop's only 10 feet high, dude.
You're wrong so
No.
much. It's impressive. You're wrong so much.
No.
Yo, who's
This is
gonna
why I
win
don't take your crypto advice, guys.
Who's gonna win the football game next Sunday? Next Sunday, this upcoming Sunday? Who's gonna win the football games? I want all your picks, so I can do the fucking opposite.
I don't even know who's in that fucking. I don't even know who's that fucking going up. Bro, I don't follow football. Football's old news. $10 feet, dude. Are you sure about this, bro? I'm gonna have to Google this as soon as I got my hands full.
Yeah, 10 feet, dude.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
always
think
been 10 feet.
10 feet regulation forever. How did the topic become basketball? Like, really?
Oh, we're talking about Giants, and this Wemby guy is like, there's a guy in the NBA who's like ridiculously tall.
All right. Yeah, it's been 10 feet forever, as far as I know.
Not when the Giants existed.
It wasn't even.
I guess when you're younger, 10 feet
dinosaurs.
just feels further away. I don't know.
Tell us more about the Giants line.
Yeah, so you heard of Quetzalcoatl? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Quetzalcoatl?
Yeah, it's a feathered serpent god, right?
It's Quetzalcoatl. QW.
Quetzalcoatl.
The first two.
So, the Americas, they worshipped between North and South America. They did worship like serpent deities. Some of these serpent deities had feathers, remarkably. And I don't know. Jurassic Park didn't show any dinosaurs with feathers, as far as I'm concerned. I don't remember any, right? And I didn't know dinosaurs had feathers till fairly recently. I heard testimony of these things from oral tradition, but like I said, these fossils are popping up now all over the world, and these things are their own kind. And now, most of the fossils that they found prior, it's very difficult to preserve feathers, right? So the dinosaurs could have had feathers, but not have been preserved. But now, after reevaluating them, they're starting to see that even the ones that didn't preserve the feathers in the rock still showed like the feathers. They still have connections. Like the plume, the plumage connects to like a little twig thing or whatever. They can tell that these things had feathers on them, dude, which I find astonishing. I just found this published journal from 2015 this week, and I'm still in awe regarding it. And I'm just trying to share it with everybody.
Some of the oldest Japanese royal families claim to be descendants of dragons.
Oh, I saw a TikTok 2 nights ago. They found a dragon. Is that what you were talking about?
No, I posted the PDF. It's a published journal from 2015. Now, granted, it's a little tale, but dinosaurs weren't all huge. Like after the deluge, they weren't humongous like like prior to the flood. Because there's dinosaur fossils that aren't as old, right? They're at post flood, and these things weren't as big because, like I said, the atmosphere changed. The natural laws, the science natural laws changed. Which, if they're called laws, they shouldn't be changing, right? Because laws are
What
eternal.
law? What law? I could go with the atmosphere change or something, but what law? Are you talking about an actual law or?
Yeah, well,
I think you said
yeah,
all.
like just laws in general regarding so you have barometric pressure. I would conclude it would be a principle. A principle in a law is basically same thing, dude. But the rate of which things grow and decompose.
Like your telomeres didn't age differently and shit, and things grew bigger. Yeah, I could go with that because
like
things were bigger. Like there was a lot of bigger animals back in the day, bears and shit. There's just a lot of bigger stuff.
I'm trying to think right now of a law. you got me with that one. I'm trying to think of a specific one. Can't think of one. I'm gonna have to look. But I was gonna say,
I'll give you things change though, but
so you have
the
if you look at the
pressure
fossil record
could
there.
have changed. The gravity could have changed. If you want to call that a law.
I mean, it might have been when the Great Flood happened. It released some sort of energy.
Well, at the rate of which things fall, you think that could have changed prior to the flood?
That could change whenever. Maybe, I don't know. Is that constant? I don't know. Maybe.
It
Maybe
seems pretty
not.
consistent, but it could change.
It seems constant right now.
But it does change ever so slightly according to the drop test experiments. You know about that, right?
Drop
Let me
test
show you a
experiment.
picture. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
they said they dropped the same object in the same spot at different times, and it drops differently. They say it's due to like lightning storms or weather, or you know what I'm saying. They try to explain it away. They're not 100% sure, but they think that's what it is, and it's ever so slight.
So look,
Same
this is the
mass,
picture
same
from Hudson
location,
River.
different time.
Ooh, this one's amazing. Oh, is this legit? I'll show you some trippy stuff too. Look at this one, dude. This is Sumerian stuff. I know you guys seen this. That thing got feathers on it. I don't know what it is, dude. What is
Mike,
that thing, dude?
Mike
Looks like
check.
a griffin.
Yo, what up?
Just making sure y'all can hear me.
Yep. And then look at this one. This is from South America. Well, not the one on the left. The one on the right, I think, is like the depiction of like some type of Inca warrior, Mayan warrior. I really don't know. But he's got the whole garb resembling that thing on the left. That's from the Near East region of the world. And you have the Native Americans with all their feathers on their heads, right? What's up with that?
It's akin to like all the Egyptian carvings and paintings of like bird head people.
This guy looks based.
I mean, what if dragons are just fallen angels? And then they made with humans.
What there seems to be like physical dragons that like were creatures that exist in our plane of existence, and then there's also like spiritual dragons that are interdimensional, that are like fallen angels. There's dragons seem to be also spiritual. That's weird, dude. You got dragons on the other side, and you got dragons on this side.
I'm just gonna read this little AI bit about the Japanese. Let's see. Japanese imperial traditions links the royal family to dragons through mythology, specifically to the sea dragon Ryujin, whose daughter Toyotama Hime married a mortal prince, becoming an ancestress of Japan's first legendary emperor, Jimmu, thus placing a dragon deity in the imperial lineage as a source of divine power and legitimacy for the monarchy. But yeah, pretty cool shit.
My favorite dragon was Puff the Magic Dragon.
Puffy, dude.
We still have Tales of
Puff the
Thunderbird.
Magic Dragon. You don't know about him? He lived by the sea.
And the Japanese are like the oldest hereditary monarchy in the world.
I have a theory that because in the grand scheme of things, I have a theory that maybe Adam was kind of more Asian. I know it sounds stupid, but in the grand scheme of things, how do you get someone that's not Asian and then you somehow get an Asian?
Make them work on
Well,
rice patties.
I mean, I have no idea.
I mean, the argument's always like the reflection from the snow or the water makes them want to like keep their eyes closer, and then would give them more melanin.
Yeah, I don't know. So, Sack Tapper, you're fairly new here, huh? Couple months?
I've been here like 3 years.
Oh, it looked
It's,
like
I left at one point, so my Discord will record it as later. But
we had
I've
this
been here a
conversation
long time.
before.
No, but someone else has, and then they like pointed out that my thing says I've only been here for a couple months, but that's not true.
Why'd you leave?
I just kind of realized I got here. I started coming here on autopilot and would just like listen to conversations that I wasn't actually interested in at all, and I was trying to break that habit a little bit. But I came back very quickly because I do love this place.
How do you
So
get
I'm
a name
assuming.
Tapper?
Go ahead.
Honestly, dude, from in middle school or like in like elementary school or something, there's like this kid. He used to just make jokes about sack tapping, and it just kind of stuck with me. I think it's funny. And then I used it as like a gamer tag in Apex.
So you're saying that sack tapping actually refers to something in specific?
Not really, but it's just like, you know, you're tapping someone's sack, you know, it's gonna hurt. It's like, I mean, it makes sense in like shooter video games. You're sack tapping.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, no, I mean, I did have a friend who actually they played that game. They would kind of whack each other in the sack. It was like a thing. So I don't know if like that's what you're referring to, or if there's something else. Maybe.
Dude, it was like literally elementary school. I can barely remember what the joke was, but the word sack tapping always fucking cracked me up. So I kept it.
That's pretty nifty. All right. Thank you. I've often wondered. I've seen you in here. I've often wondered, and
I just think it's funny. I'm not gay or anything. Just think it's funny.
Nah, I wasn't even thinking that. But yeah. Anyways, go ahead, Blaze. Sorry.
No. So I'm assuming you're a truth seeker, sack tapper. I didn't even know what that means, and now that you just said that you weren't gay, I was like, oh, what is that? I mean, I couldn't really make it out what you guys were talking about. So now I feel weird saying your name. Anyway, I can just call you Sack. I don't know.
Well, you brought it up, Blaze, and yeah, it kind of triggered it. I'm like, what? Honestly, I wondered what you thought about his name, Blaze, more than anything. But I just wanted to get clarity from him specifically on what it was referenced to. But now I'm curious. How do you feel about his name, Blaze?
Well, I was like, I don't remember him being here, and that name doesn't sound familiar. So then I looked at his profile picture, and I was like, oh. So then Sack Tapper, I just assumed it was a video game.
Nah, just a gamer tag I picked up.
Okay, so it is a gamer thing.
It was that's how I used it. Yeah, it was just my name that I used in games.
So you do play video games?
Not anymore, but I used to play a lot of them. Yeah.
Have you seen the Economist magazine cover?
No, which one?
They usually have one. Well, it has a controller on there. I just wanted to get your input. I have to get my phone. It was December 2025. It's a publication that it's for the elite, really, and I feel like they have this issue that just like telegraphs what they're going to do for the next year. I mean, if you're not really a video gamer, I don't really need to get this conversation started, but it was kind of a lull.
It's like a cryptic image they do every year, right? Like it's like an annual tradition at this point, stemming back from like what 2015 or something ish.
Yes, something like that. Something like that. I'm gonna find it. Here we go. It's so mesmerizing to me because it's like a puzzle, and I like to try to figure things out.
So I didn't quite catch. Did he say that he was a true sack number? What do you think about 9/11? Real quick.
I mean, it was to get us into the Middle East and create Greater Israel.
Think it gets any more truthful than that? Enough said.
Yeah, right. I was like, he just dropped it. He's like, showed us exactly who he is. Well, not exactly, but
Well, you believe the same thing about the Federal Reserve enacted right after that the next year? One, I think it's been going on since then, or do you think this is something that just started with George Orwell?
So you're cutting out. You're trying to get me to make a time frame.
I'm just saying, do you think it started the sinking of the Titanic, Federal Reserve Act, 1912, 1913, and then World War I, 1914? Because we went into the Middle East, right?
You're still kind of cutting out for me, but yeah, I would probably say somewhere around 1776 when everything really started.
interesting you say that too.
And the reason for that is the trees. If you look at like old growth forests, obviously those things are like thousands of years old. But like, where did all the big trees go? You look at like the averages of most larger trees, not the old growth forests. They're all, I mean, what, 200 to 250 years old? Where the fuck did all the trees go? They should be way bigger. So
A lot of the trees here aren't native to the United States. Like when they colonized, they were planting certain trees. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if it was like the sycamore tree or eucalyptus, something along those lines. But they were planting. There was like 3 different types they were planting for whatever reason, all throughout the states. I don't know why, but they were.
are oaks native?
Yeah, we've got ancient oak trees, but can't remember exactly what trees these were, but they were not native to U.S. soil. So
Zach, I posted it. The magazine cover.
You talking about?
native to U.S. soil.
So
A lot of the trees here aren't native to the United States. Like when they colonized, they were planting certain trees. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if it was like the sycamore tree or eucalyptus, something along those lines. But they were planting. There was like 3 different types they were planting for whatever reason, all throughout the states. I don't know why, but they were.
are oaks native?
Yeah, we've got ancient oak trees, but they were.
Are oaks native?
For a reason, all throughout the states. I don't know why, but they were.
Are oaks native?
Yeah, we've got ancient oak trees, but can't remember exactly what trees these were, but they were not native to U.S. soil. So
Zach, I posted it. The magazine cover.
You talking about the Economist magazine?
Yep.
Look, give it to us. You already did the
Well,
decode
no.
on it?
No, I haven't done it yet, but I mean, the conversation was kind of going quiet and to shut down the basketball thing. That was hilarious, by the way. Are we really talking about basketball? I was like, oh, hilarious. No, but he said something. We talked about like video games, and then it went from there because there's that controller. And then he just said 1776. Well, guess what? We're 250 years old now. There's a cake there, and then is the cake is handcuffed to the hand. It looks like it is. See the controller, and then the swords right there. I haven't
I like
really.
how the controller is hooked up to the brain. That's wild.
Yeah, why is Trump right next to it?
Yeah, right. And then look at the Indian guy and that chick. We talked about this before. I think you were here because you had a dream about a woman. Remember we talked about. I think that's Erica Kirk.
I was
there.
listening though. I wasn't. Yeah, I was probably working or something. I don't remember seeing this magazine cover at all. But fill me in.
Well, remember you told us about a dream that you had.
Yeah, with Erica Kirk. Well, I thought it was Hillary Clinton when I had the dream because Erica Kirk wasn't even in in the limelight yet. And then now, because in my dream it was like it looked like a younger Hillary Clinton. And then I looked at Erica Kirk when she came out. I'm like, wait, that was Erica Kirk I seen in my dream. Yeah.
That's so wild. But like, why is she there? That has to be her. I mean, come on, man. But
bunch of weird things. Like the tank, it doesn't really look like the tank on the right. It doesn't actually look like a tank when you look at it closer. It looks like something else, and I can't put my finger on it.
Oh my God, that is Erica Kirk. That has to be her on the right. Yeah, I just seen her.
Right. And then she's next to the guy, the Indian guy, whatever his name is. And remember, and then I told you that she went to the White House when the ambassador to India was getting recognized, or I don't know.
I'm freaking out. This is insane. This cover here is insane.
It's but and this is a soccer ball. Look at the guy, right? And then you have the skiers, and don't we have some games? And then that's a Viking ship over there. And then there's no stars in the there's a little bit of stars, yeah. Never mind. And the flag. But there's pills all over the place. There's money flying all over the place. Money's probably going to get sorry, wait. Dieslow, are you here? I don't want to scare you. Jeremy?
What?
I don't know.
What's up? Sorry, I thought I was hot micing.
No, I just was playing around, sir, about like the economy. Who knows what's going to happen? But the pennies on there, like, what's up with that?
Pennies being done away with.
Yeah, exactly. Why are you putting that in 2026?
Well, I think they're talking about the change taking place with that whole removal from circulation of the penny. Like maybe it's something significant. Yeah.
And then look at. Go ahead.
I was just going to say this is completely unrelated. I fell asleep with Discord on, and all of your voices were in my dream as characters.
Oh. Lucid. And then that chart, look, it just goes down. It's not really like it ends down. And then I just find it very curious.
Like the cargo ship with the freaking
guns come out.
Yeah.
And then the gavel breaking whatever gavels bang on. The thing that's breaking, or that the gavels break, or a hit is breaking.
Justice.
Sounds like justice breaking down or something.
And the wine glasses.
Zelensky on the right.
Mm-hmm. No, you mean on the left. Wait. Yeah, he's on the right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. But and did something explode in front of him? Submarine. Satellites.
I see. Maybe he's done for this year. I don't know because what is that? Some splashing in front of him.
Could that be Russia running over Zelensky?
The sail ship is also wild. Because like look at it has like the little almost swastika-esque designs on the sail, and then it's like Persian dudes holding up a like a vase. What's up with that?
It's like a Viking.
What are they holding up?
Let me see. Hold on. I might have something. Yeah. Who knows? Something to a god.
And
then the voting
the wired drones.
You guys seen those drones popping off in China now? The cop drones?
No.
Police drones in China are already being unleashed, dude. Giving people tickets and stuff for real.
My buddy in the military was telling me how like they have like you can send an electromagnetic wave and like disrupt them, so they have to start putting them on the wires. So the way to counteract the drones on the wires that are connected is just to go into a forest and fight them.
No, you got to get another drone with scissors behind that drone to cut the wire. According to some of these guys,
fiber active drones have it. They have it there, bro.
Scissors.
The question is, what is that little jet thing coming out of the freaking ship? The little ship, the Abu Dhabi ship. The Viking
on
ship,
the left?
The right side. If you look at
it's coming out the ocean.
Oh shit.
Yeah, doesn't it look like that's an eye underneath there? Like it could be like underneath that Viking ship on the right. It looks like it could be an eye.
It is an eye.
There's like 6 different tanks on the thing too. But pretty much it's just hinting at war. There's war everywhere.
AI robots and drones.
Financial collapse.
A voting thing with X.
No more ballots.
Ice melting. What is that next to ice?
Is that a remote?
Looks like birth control.
orchestrated global warming with a remote control. I was kind of thinking the melting ice. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
like the ice caps are melting or something. They're trying to make it.
Well, mind control, but you know, they're doing it through television.
Yeah. And what's up with Trump's tie flying? I've heard he's been really, really sick. Like, and then
They have
bans will be coming
Neuralink in there as well. I don't know if I
Oh, boy.
mentioned that already.
No, where's that
It's-
one?
It's the in there the cake. It's the birthday cake. It's the
Brain?
birthday cake. The brain cooked up to
Oh, yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
controller.
Yeah, that's how we started this thing.
Yeah, a bunch of little dots in the brain.
And the Neuralink.
You know, I think the pills are like the peptide stuff and the weight loss stuff. Could be because it's really supposed to be making people sick.
Ozempic.
Yeah, they're losing their teeth.
And they throw up every time they eat. And then the peptides, apparently, it's not really good for you at all because it. And I heard that it's causing cancer.
What are the
so-
peptides used for?
People, of course, want to live longer, and it's anti-aging and weight
Ozempic
loss.
is making people go blind.
Yeah, exactly. They have a lawsuit on that. Yep. But apparently,
I
it's
got a
people
couple
going
buddies.
crazy. Go ahead.
I got a couple buddies taking. I forget what it's. If somebody said the name, I would recognize it. But they're taking these peptides from China, and it's kind of like Ozempic, but it's different in the sense that not only are you going to lose weight, but it's from what he explained to me, it's like a legal form of steroids almost in the sense that you're able to build more muscle quicker or something. I forget exactly how he essentially explained it, but it's these peptide treatments that these guys are doing. I had a couple buddies doing it, and I'm seeing like dramatic changes in their physical appearance, and they only have good things to say about it. I mean, who knows what the long-term side effects are, of course, but so far so good. So
I know what
Yeah.
I know what the cargo ship with the tank things coming out of it, with the cannons coming out of it. It's a trade war.
Yeah. Well, not only that, Russia has a container bomb, something like that. It's called K something. But they actually have like guns. I mean, some kind of weapon that comes out of this container. I'll just find it.
The tanks on both sides have to mean something.
Yeah, and then there's another ice cube over there on the left-hand side by the wine glass in the tank. Yeah.
Has it been a really mild winter for you guys?
Oh yeah, it's been pretty warm over here in Texas.
nah,
Just
California.
once?
California's been pretty bad, dude. It's like a lot of rain, a lot of wind, cold weather.
I'm still shorts, windows down.
You're clipping a lot, bro. Kind of hard to keep up with you.
So why would is that China and Russia and Israel together over there, those three men?
China, Israel, and what? I know it's definitely China. Definitely
Putin. Putin.
Netanyahu, too. You can see him clearly.
Yeah, right. But why are they together? And what I mean, like, doesn't Netanyahu usually hang out with?
Is that Putin?
Is that what? Is that? I don't know. I mean, I'm speculating.
And you got Zelensky over there looking from afar with his binoculars.
Yeah, but it looks like he blows up or dies. Look at underneath him.
Yeah.
Maybe that tank runs him. I don't know. But you know what? I didn't even see that. It looks like a bomb is coming out from that Viking boat. So maybe that's a terrorist attack. Like, I don't know. Do you see what I'm saying?
I mean, a lot of these things could be meant to just kind of distract and cause people to go through some endless looping of potential what ifs, you know.
No doubt.
They
But
have
I'll
the
get some other
American
ones.
flag with the fight the power being handcuffed. So you
Yeah.
won't be able to fight the power anymore.
Here, I'll get a couple. I'll get a couple of other ones, and we can reflect back. And now, I'm remembering Jeremy gave me an assignment, and I forget which years, but I did look them up. Let's see.
What's the significance of the red balloon?
Wasn't there a song, 99 Red Balloons? Was that war? Was it a war song or what was that?
I think you're talking about 99 bottles of beer on the wall, but
No, there was a song, 99 Red Balloons. Let me see. Shania, no, let's see, not Shania. O'Connor, let's see.
Yeah, 99 Luft balloons. Yeah, it was about the Cold War. Yeah. 99
Yeah.
Luft balloons. Yeah.
I mean,
That's to do with it. From Stephen King.
I'll read it. It says telling
Yeah,
a story where
that's all.
telling us it's a protest song about the Cold War, telling a story where 99 harmless balloons mistaken for UFOs trigger a catastrophic nuclear war due to military paranoia and escalation between the East and West Germany, leaving a devastated world in the end.
Yeah, my head always goes to the Stephen King movie, It. When I see red balloon.
It says inspired by seeing balloons at a concert, the song warns how easily a small misunderstanding can lead to a massive conflict and highlights the dangers of military overreaction. A potent message during its 1983 release. It's weird that it's about that because it's kind of like a poppy, upbeat sounding song, you know? 99 Luft balloons.
That 2025 one has Saturn at the very top, which is super interesting.
Saturn worship.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Christmas is about? Well, I mean, it's not really like, but it's originated.
I don't know much about a Saturn connection, but I mean, I can believe it. I mean, Satan, Saturn, Santa, North Pole.
Mm. Did anything happen at the end of this?
Who's the person at the bottom of the 2025? At the very bottom, it's like painting of someone.
You know what? I will look it up because I think they tell you a little bit sometimes. Let me see. Actually, I'm going to get this one first. Rise of the Superhuman in 2025. That's what that was. Rise of the Superhuman. That sounds very comforting. Yeah. What is the topic? New topic.
I was bringing this up earlier, but Victorian chandeliers, how you would have to have entire staffs to like lower the chandeliers, replace the candles, and then raise it back up. I mean, they would have like 50 candles on it. Not to mention the wax would drop down, and the soot would rise to the ceiling. Not a very good design.
Yeah, not at all.
Undercover ether tech.
So how long have you been questioning the narratives?
I didn't get into flat Earth until late COVID, but I've always been a conspiracy theorist.
Nice. How did you get introduced to the shape of the Earth?
It honestly kind of started off as a joke where I was in a plane and I was like by myself and I was just looking out the window. I was like, huh, looks flat to me. That's like a joke. And then I like looked. I'm like, oh, it kind of does. But then I stumbled upon a 24/7 recording on 4chan, but a recording in flat Earth 24/7. I went into the channel and then got called out by Witsit to like defend the globe. And I'm like, yo, I'm not one way or the other. And they like made me pick. So I like tried to defend the globe, even though I wasn't for it at the time. I was just like kind of on the fence and realized I really couldn't. So yeah, they were like,
Was it hard to accept? Was it hard to accept? Were you like a space fanboy or anything?
no, I was never a space. I was an Elon Musk fanboy at one point, but I was never a space fanboy. And like, I wouldn't say it was hard to accept, but as soon as I like was in the conversation with Witsit, I like and kind of like snapped in my head that like, yo, I don't have a single argument against any of this. I like closed my laptop and hopped off real quick, and then came back. That was like 3 years ago, 3 or 4, something like that.
It was a big one, huh?
Oh yeah, I was just like had my mic muted and was just listening. And they like called me out, and they were like, what? You scared to use your mic or whatever? Like I got egged into it, but it worked.
Yeah, good. I think we have spoken before. Maybe your name was different. I don't know. Maybe.
I've changed my name and profile picture randomly, sporadically.
Okay, well that just throws me off a little bit. I haven't learned your voice yet.
And a lot of times, like I'm in here drunk late at night.
Oh, do you?
We heard okay? Mic check. Still
Yes.
shit.
Hi, Larry.
Hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. So last night I was in another, and like people were defending the Zion International Banking Cartel, specifically the Federal Reserve System. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, you know, it'd be real easy to say, what is this guy's Zionist? But it was like weird that people would like defend the Federal Reserve. Like, think about how many good men went to go die all because we could tax the people by printing the money.
Else with the exact same like ratios of like glass panels to like the size of the building, all sorts
Phoenician.
of shit.
Yeah, it goes back to Phoenician, Sumerian, Babylonian. Like it's all emulating this sort of style.
There's a theory
Like
that they had mass gas, like they had light bulbs, and it was gas powered. That there was a theory that they had mass gas, that a lot of the pipelines they built was like pre-built, like we didn't build them or whatever. And
well, we got old world pneumatic rail systems, dude, that are still intact today. Where they were able to transport like these high speed rail systems using like pneumatics.
I watched this theory. I watched this theory that a lot of the cities and like star forts and stuff were gasified, and they whatever they is took advantage of it and used that gas to like basically burn it all up, like burn the fucking thing down.
Ooh, that's interesting. Where'd you get that from?
Some Russian video. I'll link it.
Yeah, I haven't seen much about like the gas the gas power ideas. I mean, most of them will go into like, you know, like the chandeliers. The idea is that it'll be some sort of piezoelectric effect going on. Same with like I brought this up the other day, but like royal crowns. You know, you got casted metal around like different stones, especially some crystals. And so when that metal is casted around the crystal, you could get a piezoelectric effect that persists, that could create like who knows what it's doing. But
well, I brought up a couple weeks ago the weather indicators, like old world weather indicators. Like you'll still see them. You'll see them in art or pictures, but they're those long, like vertical erected, weather vanes or whatever, and they spin, right, depending on which way the wind's blowing and kind of point the direction. But they used to use mercury in the bowl part of it. There'd be like a cylindrical or a circular bowl, and they'd have mercury in there. And when you spin mercury, it actually creates voltage. So what that voltage was connected to, who knows? But seems like they had some technology that wasn't necessarily using like direct line current with wires or something. But I don't know. It's just theory. Anyways. Yeah, but if you understand how mercury in motion creates voltage, like the fact they knew that at that time, and it seems like they were somehow utilizing natural means to potentially generate current. For what reason? I don't know. Like, it's just why else would you have mercury in those things if you weren't, trying to utilize it?
Check out that picture I posted.
That looks like some sort of barometer or something. What is that?
Yeah, it's a barometer, thermometer, and hygrometer.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, there's like a 3-in-1 combo there.
Uh huh.
It's interesting. But did you understand what I was talking about with the weather vanes people put on the tops of their houses, or you'd see on buildings?
No, repeat it. Sorry, I got a little distracted.
Yeah, there's like a wind indicator that you'll see on top of houses or buildings. It tells you like which way the wind's blowing. They'll spin, they'll rotate.
Like the little chickens that they put on top that go with the wind.
Yeah, yeah. Some will have a chicken or whatever. There's all sorts of different various designs, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure you were catching on to what I was referring to.
It's called a weather vane in English.
Yeah, that's what I called it, but he wasn't picking up what I was putting down, so I just had to make sure I was getting the point across.
I actually don't think I understand the point. You said something about Mercury with the weather vanes. What do you think they were doing? Sorry.
I don't know.
Should
Yeah, I
have been
don't know. I'm
listening
not sure. Good, man. Another day.
The obsession with Mercury in the past is something I need to look into more. I mean, they use that shit for everything from like what we speculatively would say was used in like ether tech or just for health reasons. Like they used to use it as a medicine for like everything.
Which Mercury specifically are you referring to?
I couldn't tell you. Mercury is all I got.
Red Mercury.
I don't know if that ever existed or if that's just theoretical, but I have heard about it. Yeah. I thought purple gold was a myth as well, but turns out it's actually a thing. You ever heard of that one? Purple gold?
I think so. The weird what? Yeah, no, I think I watched a video on how they make that actually.
Yeah. Well, you got rose gold, white gold, and quintessential yellow gold. But this purple gold, I guess, is just a mix of. I think it's a specific ingredients in a specific ratio of, say, silver and tin, creating this purple alloy. One of these jeweler guys I follow created the first purple Jesus medallion in the purple gold. Showed it the other day. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, purple gold.
But
Red mercury,
in
I think,
nature, is it in nature there's only one type of gold though, right?
well, I mean, yeah. White gold is a. I want to say white gold is.
And they mix it with
I can't
platinum.
remember. No, I don't think white gold's actually an alloy. I want to say white gold might be more valuable than yellow gold, but I don't want to butcher myself. But that's a good question. We're gonna have to Google that. It's been a while since I've
Yeah,
looked into
because
that.
it's got like, I thought platinum's more expensive. That's why it's more expensive.
No, platinum used to be more expensive. I think platinum right now, if I'm not mistaken, from what I recall, last I heard the other day was like around just under 2,500 or something. Gold's at like 45.
Zach, are you still
real
here?
quick before I post it.
Yeah, what's up?
Go ahead, Liz.
No, I'll do it after you post and whatever, because I just came across this really interesting article.
Yeah, real quick. It just says Hans Purple unexpectedly reveals deep quantum behaviors when cool to near absolute zero in strong magnetic fields, transitioning into unique magnetic state where its 3D structure behaves as a 2D magnet, a phenomena called dimensional reduction at a quantum critical point. So, anyways, I'll see if I can post a link for you. Go ahead, boys.
Well, real quick, apparently the Hans Purple was found on the Terracotta Warriors, and then there's also like, I mean, I don't know if y'all know this, but there's like little like fake seas of mercury or rivers of mercury under the Terracotta Warriors as well. This is cool.
Yeah, I mentioned that. Like, that's kind of what I prefaced this whole thing with.
Oh,
I
my
feel like
bad,
you
my
don't
bad.
listen to me, Sack.
No,
Anyways, there's the
I'm
article.
reading and I get distracted.
Yeah, there's the article. But go ahead, Blaze.
No, if you guys want to talk about
God
that.
gave us 2 ears to listen and one mouth to talk.
No, if you guys want to ride with that one, but nobody was talking, so I just came across this
No, all you Blaze,
article.
go.
No. Okay, so scroll up a little bit. I posted this article, but it's not really like giving a thumbnail, but it's really interesting. The Medium magazine, who knows what it's really supposed to be about. I mean, like where they stand, but this is very interesting. So it says a world spinning on multiple axes. At the center of the Earth, around it, military, economic, digital objects floating like fragments of a hyper-connected system. It's not a random collage, it's a pattern. And it says, each crisis triggers another. A cyber attack shakes markets. A supply chain bottleneck becomes a political risk. The boundaries between economics, defense, and technology blur into one nervous system. And it says, in 2026, expect interesting shocks rather than isolated ones. Like, they're going to come at us at all angles. At least maybe that's their plan. But then, this part, the red and blue, I don't really agree with that one, but together they, I might as well just read it. The red and blue, the grammar of tension, the dominant palette, red, blue, black, tells its own story. Red signals alarm, urgency, instability. Blue evokes order, technology, control. Together, they represent a world polarized by design, not just by ideology. The conflict is no longer between nations or values, but between standards and protocols. Technological blocks are forming. And it says, a question worth asking. Is your organization multi-standard ready? Can your infrastructure survive a split in platforms or data ecosystems? Here's this one that's really got me. Did you open up the link? It says, controllers and tanks when war becomes a simulation. What? So you're talking it's going to be a sham? War's going to be a sham? It's good. What is going to be made to look like it's a war? False appearance. A small but powerful image. A game controller next to a missile. It's not satire. It's a statement, it says. Modern conflict is mediated through screens, code, and satellite feeds. The line between game and war grows thin when the interface is the battlefield. Technology has become both the weapon and the arena. Like what? In 2026, expect more hybrid operations in orbit, underwater, or online, where software engineers are as a crucial. Where software engineers are as crucial as soldiers. Didn't Trump? What did he do? Like enrolled a lot of the CEOs from the AI companies. Anyways, that was the part that was really interesting. I could go on, but
you're saying Trump put some of these AI guys into like positions of power,
military.
like okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
In the very beginning.
Are you talking like Palantir?
I'm talking like what's his name? The Chappie.
I'm not good with names.
I usually am.
Yeah, I'm not good with names. Too many names. But point is, yeah, this whole Palantir thing, dude, is kind of like the creating cohesiveness, right, between AI, the military, and the individual in terms of like having like a platform for the modern soldier, and I guess just the whole military at large to have like information, all sorts of information, and AI is a big part of that. So that's why I'm kind of wondering if that's what you're talking about or something.
Sam Altman. I just remembered that. Yeah, but
Yeah, I heard the
okay, it
name.
says here. Yeah. It says 2025 President Trump hosted a dinner for top technology and AI CEOs and appointed several as official and unofficial advisors. Additionally, well, hold on, for the military. Where's the military? Military. Yeah, top sworn into the army. Sworn in. I didn't know if it was enlisted or sworn. Okay, so I guess it was in June. June 2025, the U.S. Army commissioned 4 top tech executives: Shanker from Palantir. Okay, there you go. Andrew Bosworth, Meta. Kevin Weil, OpenAI, and Bob McGrew, Thinking Machines Lab.
Right. Yeah, so they're kind of like merging all these things together, right? To kind of like I said, like modernize. It seems like the military, like all the things like we're talking about, like why aren't we seeing it yet in the public world? Like they're rolling it out into the military first. It seems like.
Yep.
So
I could stop or I can just continue on a little bit. This is really interesting, but I mean, I could just read it myself. We could talk about something else if you want.
no, whatever. You got information on it. I mean, by all means, I'm always interested in that topic. I think it's something we should all kind of be focused on because it's kind of creating a whole new world out there. And like I say, you got a lot of people like with really old talking points in terms of like war and how they perceive it, in terms of like what it's going to look like when it does take place, given all the technology and all these things like being applied right now, like specifically Palantir.
Yeah. But wasn't that wild that controllers and tanks when war becomes a simulation? Was that wild? So Wag the dog, remember, didn't they have to like create a war to fool a lot of people because it was a distraction for a politician or something? And then the art of war, they don't really want to demolish the infrastructure that much anymore. Anyways, I just found that very fascinating. A game controller next to a missile. It's not satire, it's a statement. Modern conflict is mediated through screens, code, and satellite feeds. Drones, right? So, okay, so what they're saying is maybe they're not going to fake it, but they're doing it. It's like a game, just like kind of what they've been doing over there in the Middle East. Like AI decides who's going to be the target, or it makes the decisions who goes down. That's probably more like it, right?
I mean, honestly, like I hate to sound like a fear doom gloomer guy, but the truth of the fact is, in my opinion, it's going to be looking something like Terminator in the near future. Like we're probably not really going to see human
We're all
lives
gonna
being
die.
put into the battlefield. Well, no, I'm just saying we're not going to really see human lives being put into the battlefield more than we're going to see self-automated war machines. So
yeah. So guys, there's going to be somebody behind some controller. Okay, so that's what that is. You want me to go on to the currency?
There's a difference. There's a difference between self-automated war machine versus somebody like controlling via a controller behind closed doors.
Right. But I think we had this is a stage, right? So this would be this stage first until they started building more of the automated robots. Who knows? Okay. Currencies and charts, containers, the return of gravity. What? The Economist notes that rich countries are living beyond their means. The cover visualizes money symbols, trading lines, and shipping goods. The meaning is clear. Debt will matter again. Sovereign bonds, fiscal margins, and interest rates are back in focus. Governments face tighter constraints. Markets become less forgiving. For companies and investors, this means real diversification, tighter risk management, and renewed attention to sovereign exposure. In 2026, financial discipline turns into a competitive edge. Interesting, right? Hey, your crypto might be that competitive edge. And my crypto too. Sport, health, and culture, soft power redefined. Amid tanks and tokens, lighter icons emerge. A soccer ball, a controller symbolizes symbols of health, not random. The magazine itself lists sporting values and Ozempic, but better among its key themes. Translation: sport and health are now geopolitical assets. What? From the Olympics to the wellness tech, these arenas shape national branding, diplomacy, and public policy. Soft power runs through wellness, entertainment, and identity. What does that mean? It means they just went Hollywood with sports and health, merging with. What does that mean, you guys? Anybody in here?
I mean, from what I gathered briefly, just listening, it sounds like there's going to be a lot of competition on the world stage with promoting new products in terms of health, like new health-related products, and trying to gain some sort of a competitive advantage in that industry. And it's going to spill over into the sports world. I don't know. That's what I made sense of it, but I could be off.
Yeah, and then maybe it's going to make people into some kind of superhuman, or that's where they're leaning. I posted that cover again just so I didn't have to do it in case somebody has any questions. Yeah, that's really weird. Or translation.
You got a lot of
Sport.
like weird drugs in trial right now. Like
Mhm.
a lot of health-related weird drugs. Like one of these guys I follow was talking about this this drug that's in, I don't know, some sort of clinical trials. They're testing on these monkeys, really tiny little fucking monkeys, and they're giving them this new peptide thing, and like these things are basically losing weight and gaining muscle at such a freaking elevated rate that's like would basically make it's like taking testosterone, right, or steroids times 10 essentially with no side effects in
Okay.
terms of like muscle gains and just health benefits overall. Like they're showing minimal to no side effects. Go on.
So, listening to you, do you think that there's a move towards eventually transhumanism?
Well, that's yeah. I mean, there's a huge movement towards that. Like all these eugenists, like that's what they're pushing for, right? Like they're trying to get, you know, not only telomere treatment, but all these biological markers, aging markers. They're trying to essentially push back decades, and from what their doctors are saying, they're actually doing it. Was it like Ray Kurzweil or whatever has already managed to shed like 30 years off of his biological markers?
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah. Well, I guess my point is too, is since they know people are really not that into vaccines, what if they're putting them in something like that where, oh yeah, it's going to make you healthy and you're going to lose weight and you're going to be fit and it's going to help your joints and stuff like that. Because the other cover in 2025, I mean, it was talking about superhumans in that cover. But what if they go that angle because people are really resistant for the most part about the vaccines? Okay.
Well, some of the animal vaccines that they have now already will shed to other animals purposefully. I'm blanking on the actual term, but they can also put it in lettuce if they want, shit like that. If they want to vaccinate you, they can.
Well, yeah, they could also put it in a pill. Like, in a pill? Like, what's with all the pills on that magazine cover? Like, what? And they're saying it's going to be across geopolitical. All right.
Well, yeah, you gotta figure, dude. If one government allows something so significant to like what I kind of talked about with 0 to no side effects and weight loss with muscle gains, like I guess there's an enzyme or chemical in the body that suppresses muscle growth, right? There's actually an enzyme or chemical in the body that will suppress muscle growth, and this thing brings that to like near 0, allowing like your full potential to be had. And
Like
you're just gonna like, what's that?
Like gorillas, they're missing what is it, lectin or some sort of like you were saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know all the chemical names. Like, I'm not that guy, but like I said, from what I've gathered, yeah, it's like a super drug that essentially has 0 to no side effects, all benefits, and the gains are like 10 times more than top steroid out there.
But I don't think there's a lot
fraction,
of
in a fraction of the time. What's that? I'm just saying, if one government released that or like okayed that, what do you think all the other governments are going to do when you've got one country that's just like going ham, dude?
No, I know, but I just think it's nefarious.
They'll take it down through a pandemic. So it's got all these measles or something going on there.
They'd have to do something, right, to kind of prevent that from gaining traction. Because I mean, my God, dude, that's going to really undo a lot of the stuff that they've been trying to do for a long time that we're pretty aware of with, the pharmaceutical industry and just the food.
Like the presidents who denied COVID, the ones in Africa that were like, this Paul's got a bloody positive PCR test. He got assassinated like 2 years later or something, or even like not even that, like 6 months to a year. Another one, I say assassinated.
Everybody's a target these days, man, and nobody's coming to anybody's rescue, it seems. So,
Except for Messiah when he comes back. But anyways, in 2026, reputation will move through non-political channels: sport, culture, and health as new social infrastructures.
It always was.
Yeah, but are they getting our data or like, I don't know what that one means. But so 6 strong signals for 2026. Debt and rates, gravity returns. Bond markets tighten, ratings grow stricter. Fiscal freedom shrinks. The era of free money is over. Hybrid conflicts, constant tension below the threshold. Cyberspace, deep sea sabotage. You could definitely see that on there now. Small but continuous disruptions. Peace becomes intermittent. Peace becomes intermittent. Oh gosh.
deep sea sabotage. I'm sorry, I can't shake that off my mind. I wonder what the fuck they would be inferring to that.
Right. Well, there was a submarine on there too.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I wonder if that has something to do with like some sort of like Marianas Trench, or I don't know. I mean, I guess that could mean a lot of things. But anyways, go ahead.
What is
Sorry.
that? No. What is that?
The Marianas Trench is like the deepest gorge on Earth, I guess. I forget what the magnitude is of it, but it dwarfs the Grand Canyon by far. Put it that way. And it's right off the coast of the Pacific Ocean, off California, a couple miles, and it's merely inaccessible. What lies down there is so from what they claim, they know more about the depths of space than they do this fucking place, which is at their fingertips. So I don't know. Anyways,
carry on. Fluid alliances, diplomacy on demand, shifting blocks. It's BLOCS. Short-term pacts, transactional geopolitics. Multipolar doesn't mean cooperative; it means flexible. Artificial intelligence, acceleration with backlash. AI integrates everything and triggers resistance. Regulators, ethics, ethic boards, and energy bills will reshape adoption curves. I do not like that. Triggers resistance. Is that us? Huh. Okay. Climate and energy. Uneven progress. The 1.5 degrees goal slips away, yet local innovation clusters rise. Change comes bottom up, not from global summits. Whatever that means. Sport and health, emerging global markets. From metabolic drugs to data-driven training, health and performance become part of the macroeconomy. Huh. Okay. We're going to put everybody in camps and then make them work out? Like, I don't know. I'm just kidding. 3 likely scenarios for 2026. Orderly stress across rich economies, high rates, slow growth, and tighter fiscal rules. Economic gravity reasserts itself. Connected, I think it's just summarizing everything. Connected fragmentation, separate block but minimal interoperability remains. Winners will be those buildings, bridges, legal, digital, or fiscal. Innovation with backlash, rapid adoption, regulatory pause, ethical fatigue. Survival favors companies that embed governance from day one.
survival favors companies that embed ordinance, govern ordinance by day one. Governance.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So essentially, that's that's pointing XRP guys. That's saying people that have been transparent and clairvoyant from day one and trying to gain regulatory clarity and is going to be the final winner. And there's only one company that's done that. There you go.
Governance day one. Yeah. Rapid adoption. So what is that?
Yeah.
Maybe like
Well, that
the
means like I've always talked
tokenize
about the
everything.
light switch. Well, the flipping of the light switch as I've always referred to it. Like they've got to essentially lay the groundwork and build the infrastructure and networkings in order to activate this the use case scenario, right? So there's just kind of a sequential order that has to take place before it becomes applied, and when it does, it's going to be like a flip of a light switch. Kind of how I've always referred to it.
Rapid adoption could be like AI, something. Regulatory pause. There's that. Didn't Trump say that individual states can't make any laws for 10 years with regard to AI and ethical fatigue?
I didn't hear that. That's interesting though, and I think that's probably. I don't know if that's safe or if that's kind of like handcuffing us against our will and giving them the ability to do what they will. But yeah, I'm not sure how to perceive that.
Yeah, well, there's a handcuff to the cake.
Oh boy,
okay.
Is that what you're looking at in terms of what's being said? Is that what's represented?
Well, I mean, you just said that, so then I was reminding
I'm
you
not even
that.
looking at it, Blaze.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to remind you there was the handcuff to the behind the cake. That
I do recall. I mean, I do recall because you brought this up like I don't know a couple weeks back, and I do recall a handcuffed hand.
Yeah.
That's I was just wondering if what you're reading from is drawing conclusions referencing that.
Oh no, it is. This whole thing is on that magazine cover.
Oh boy.
Yeah, everything I've been reading is on this magazine cover. They're breaking it down. I'm so sorry. I thought I was clear about that. I'm so sorry.
No, I mean you might have been, and that's kind of what I was already drawing the conclusions on. Like I wasn't completely unaware, but I wasn't aware if the handcuff reference you had made was indirect.
Yep, it was.
Okay.
Direct that
correlation to the last reference.
Yep. So it just says conclusion: the playing field is already drawn. The World Ahead 2026 cover doesn't predict the future; it defines the perimeter of play. This is not the year of collapse, but of recombination. Crisis will overlap, alliances will mutate, and technologies will negotiate their power. Let me read that again. This is not the year of collapse, but recombination. Crisis will overlap. It means they're going to come at us a lot. Pieces like fleeting. Crisis will overlap, alliances will mutate, and technologies will negotiate their power. The emerging world won't be global. Go ahead.
Technologies will negotiate their power. Oh man, that sounds scary. Carry on. I'm sorry.
No, the whole time you could interrupt me. If you have a thought. So this one says, the emerging world won't be global in the old sense. It will be interdependent through friction, connected by constraints more than cooperation. Let me read that one again. The emerging world won't be global in the old sense. It will be interdependent through friction, connected by constraints more than cooperation. Understanding that is the first step to adaptation. And in 2026, adaptation is power.
Can you read it again from the top? I mean, minus the last part you just read about the adaptation.
Yeah, the emerging world, about that one.
The one that says it's going to be primary to being able to adapt to what's coming, like whatever that was.
Okay, yeah. So this one, this is not the year of collapse, but of recombination. Crises will overlap, alliances will mutate, and technologies will negotiate their power. The emerging world won't be global in the old sense. It will be interdependent through friction, connected by constraints more than cooperation. Understanding that now is the first step to adaptation.
Oh wow! So that means that essentially you're going to have all these countries that are currently going along with whatever's going on are essentially going to try to last minute jump ship and attempt to step out of whatever the fuck they've aligned with, and you're going to have other countries following suit, and wow, there's going to be some sort of a division. That's what I'm gaining from it.
Okay, good. Yeah, I mean,
read that last part again. That last part again. That last paragraph.
Understanding that now is the first, or understanding the interdependent, here, I'll just do the emerging world won't be global in the old sense. It will be interdependent through friction, connected by constraints more than cooperation. And understanding that now is the first step to adaptation. And in 2026, adaptation is power. Being able to pivot, like, okay. Okay, so then it says, does the cover predict a new war? Not exactly. It points to continuous hybrid state of competition across tech, data, and security. Why? And stop me if you have any questions. Why is debt so central this year? Because fiscal space is gone. Markets, not governments, will dictate the pace of recovery. Markets, not governments, will dictate the pace of recovery. What does that mean?
That means that the markets have decoupled from the governments. It's out of their hands. And
but aren't the same people running the markets as well?
Well, like the whole traditional system right now, like, is all supported by the dollar, the whole hegemony of the dollar. It's all kind of intertwined, and
BRICS.
If everything goes,
yeah.
If everything goes completely digital, or it goes to the BRICS. That old world power is kind of lost. Governments don't really have that control, and the controlling factor of finances is going to be based on market demands and what markets dictate in terms of what direction they're going. So we got a whole new asset class. So I feel like there's just going to be a huge wealth transfer, like I've always said, into this digital technocracy, and it's going to pull the power out of their hands from being able to lobby their way through things and all the shit they've normally done.
Who knows, right? So it says, will AI become a bubble? And it says, probably not yet, but expect slower growth once regulation and costs catch up with hype. What does this mean for Europe? A more defensive but strategic posture. Building independent infrastructure and standards become critical. Is there any reason for optimism? Yes, complexity isn't chaos. It's a sign of systems evolving. The key is to read the noise before it becomes a signal. Interesting. That's pretty good. Breakdown.
Well, you're the real estate chick, dude. Makes sense of that to me.
The last part here. No, I sold my house. I don't want to be. I want to be able to. I don't know. I just don't want to own a property right now. I used to be like, yeah, of course, real estate's amazing, but I don't like what they're doing. And I really do believe that whole thing in 2030, you will own nothing to be happy. I don't know. I just really kind of believe them.
That's sad. I wouldn't take that bait.
Well, they were saying it in 2017.
They got 4 years to take everything from everybody. That's a tough task.
Well, but think about it. Is it really because they're going to come at us? Cyber attack. What if there was a cyber attack? How much would that take out?
Well, what do you mean? What kind of cyber attack? Like credit card debt hacking? You talking shutting down the power grid? Like, what are you talking?
I don't know. Do they have bombs or something that wouldn't do anything to our infrastructure, but that would take out communications?
Like an EMP would.
I mean, like, I don't know. Do they have? You guys are dudes, maybe into war. I don't know. What kind of weapons do they have that could do that, or do they not have that? An EMP.
Like I just said, an EMP. Yeah, a dirty bomb would essentially create. It would disrupt communications, wireless communications, and I mean potentially even fry circuitry depending on the intensity of it. I mean, there was like a solar flare that happened not long ago in the past that caused all kinds of fucking fires and explosions, and I mean they talk about that a lot. Like that's even a possibility in the future that we could experience. Like, I forget how they gauge the magnitudes of them, but just an extreme solar flare that could essentially cause a grid shutdown. But a cyber attack is something completely different. That's like an intentional threat by somebody. And I mean, that's always been a thing. I mean, that's never going to go away, Blaze. Like, no amount of encryption's ever going to stop cyber security from being, you know, at the forefront of continuous, you know, evolution to combat.